Welcome back to another episode of Benched. I'm your host Tyler Dunbar, and today we're going to be talking about Week 1 of the NFL. With basically all of Week 1 wrapped up, other than the game tonight, Monday the 14th, we're going to address not necessarily the winners and losers of each game, but the teams and the players that won or lost Week 1. So let's get started. With winner number 1, I have the Patriots. There's a big offseason talk this year about Cam Newton going to the Patriots and how will he fit in, or Brady going to the Bucks, how will he fit in, and Gronk coming out of retirement, how well will those work together? This week I have Patriots winning this one, coming out on top, 21-11 versus the Dolphins. I really think Cam Newton looked comfortable in the new environment. I think he looked comfortable with Belichick. I really think he's going to fit in well. On the flip side of that, Bucks didn't look great at all. Tom Brady didn't look great. And, maybe there was too much pressure going on, to the whole situation coming into the season. And, with no real preseason because of COVID, you never know. Maybe Week 2 will look better. But in this case, I think the Patriots won this situation, especially this week. Loser number 1 in Week 1, I have DeAndre Swift and the Lions. The Lions were up 17 points, and they blew that 17-point lead to, of all people, Michael Trubisky. Late in the game, Swift dropped a critical pass, actually the game-winning pass with 6 seconds left to seal the deal then for Chicago. Tough situation, but overall, I think this ends up an L for Swift and the Lions. Our second winner I have is the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray. I really think Kyler Murray and company look really legit coming off this first win this season against the reigning NFC champs, the 49ers. Murray collected a total of 320 yards, with 90 of those coming on the ground. So I think that Murray might be a fantasy sleeper for you guys playing NFL fantasy football. But I think the Cardinals looked really legit this week, and we'll see if they can do it again. So winner number 2 goes to the Cardinals. Another big loser this week, Randy Bullock, kicker for the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals played pretty well behind Joe Burrow. Thought Joe Burrow had a good, solid game. The last drive there, the Burrow marched down the field late in the game, put his team in great position, and his kicker in great position with a 31-yard field goal to win it, and Bullock missed it. Tough situation for the team. If you look at that game, look at the highlights, you can tell there at the very end that Joe Burrow was just shocked and upset, as anybody would be, especially after a good game. I think Burrow will be a great addition for the Bengals, and I think they'll have an extremely better year, I guess, if that makes sense. They're definitely not going to be in the situation I don't think that they were last year, with almost having nobody in the QB position. So loser number 2 goes to the Bengals. This third winner is not so much on how they won. It's more to do with their jerseys and less to do with the luck they had this week. That goes to the Chargers. Like I said, it doesn't have much to do with their lucky win over at Cincy and what I just mentioned, the missed field goal. But man, are their uniforms nice. Clean and beautiful. And overall, I just love them. Love the pop, love the bright colors. So we won't spend much time on that, but definitely winners of the new uniforms have to go to the Chargers. And lastly, the last loser sadly goes to Michael Gallup and my Cowboys. As some of you guys may know, I'm a big Cowboys fan. Last night's game wasn't a great game for either team. They both struggled playing against the Rams. But just specifically talking about the Cowboys, they came out kind of flat. They didn't play well. Game kind of went back and forth. Early on in the fourth quarter, Dak Prescott marched his team down the field, and with the new coach of Mike McCarthy in, making a good impression on the fans, on the team is very important. But controversial call. He went for an early in the fourth quarter. He went for a fourth down, tried to convert when he should have probably kicked a field goal to tie. Hindsight's 20/20, but late in the game, went for it on for fourth down and didn't convert, so went back to the Chargers, of course. So a little bit later, Rams cough it up on on offense, and the Cowboys get the ball with a few minutes left to play. Dak and the team march down the field a little ways, and Dak throws a nice Hail Mary-like pass to Gallup, which is caught inside the 20-yard line. Flag is thrown, and offensive pass interference on Gallup to lose the game. It's a tough situation for the Cowboys, tough situation for me being a Cowboys fan, but overall, wasn't a great game. Probably should have kicked the field goal early in the fourth to tie it. But it is what it is. Let's go get them on week 2, I guess. So those are my winners and losers of week 1. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you guys would like winners and losers of each week. Would certainly love to do that. So, winners and losers of NFL week 1. As always, thanks for listening. If you guys enjoyed today's podcast, make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next episode of Binged.